sound. Okay. 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 That is the wickedest sound that play, and it is the new celebrity. Along with all massive and all cool lineup, them can't get me out. Believe me. Okay. Okay. Well,
Yo, there we go. All right, so I'll start over. Obviously, fam, it's been a while, and I do want to start out by saying I was right. I was right about there being no rate cuts coming in the first half of this year, fam. That's right. No rate cuts. For 6 months, I've been saying that. I was saying it when the media was telling you there was going to be 6 to 8 rate cuts this year. We're probably not even going to get one rate cut this year, fam. The reality is I know this shit way better than the media, and the media has their own motives, fam. You cannot trust the media. You cannot trust these people, hedge fund managers, all that stuff. You're just asking for it in general. In my theory, you're just asking to get fucked if you're believing the media nowadays. It's all inaccurate information, especially when it comes to finance. But I did want to say I was right about us seeing sub 60K, fam. I was right about us seeing sub 60K. I said it above 70K. Fuck all the haters. I also said that every fucking altcoin had been topped for the most part, distributed. Um, Solana is a different case. We're gonna definitely talk about my bad boy Solana. We'll talk about Jupe. Still hot, very bullish. And to be honest, in the macro scheme of things, fam, I am very bullish. I'm excited. I'm excited because we have more time. We should have more time to consolidate here and make an aggressive move up maybe later this year. Follow the stock market as well. But if you haven't seen, the meta earnings came in, wasn't the best. The stock's going to open up red tomorrow. And right now, the market's kind of been up only for the last 3 months. A little correction ain't gonna hurt anybody, but they're gonna make it scary, and they always make it scary. Bitcoin, alts, and we're gonna talk about main levels that I really think we're gonna hit in general. But I had to start out by saying, listen, fam, the inch was topped. I said, get the fuck out of inch for months. We distributed it up there, and it could take us months to consolidate before reaccumulation before we actually make an aggressive move up. That means, I mean, really, that's kind of the realistic way you need to look at the markets right now. In general, fam, it's some uneasy times. Look around the world. There it's all manipulation going on, and you gotta just pay attention to the charts. The charts will actually tell you where we're going. At the same time, when I say that, okay, obviously any major event that happens can dictate and move a chart aggressively against you, which is why you have to practice risk management overall, everything else, and be ready for that what if scenario, because it could happen at any moment, fam. If you didn't see this last weekend, what was Saturday or two weekends ago, when we had the Iran incident, send in over 300 drones to Israel, we saw how quickly and how aggressively these markets can move. So if you are trading, you need to be practicing risk management over anything else. None of these things. These are all ideas from me. I think that's really important to understand. I have ideas, and to be honest, I don't even trade my ideas as well. If I traded my ideas and plans to 100%, then I'd be even more profitable than I am. But it's hard in choppy markets to hold on to conviction. There's a lot of time components to it. Being patient, obviously. For the last 3 days, we stayed in this little range right here. We went nowhere. And that's kind of how the S&P was, right? We dumped last week 6% on the S&P. It was a given that we were going to bounce. That was my thoughts, and the bounce wasn't going to be that pretty. And we're going to talk about why I was short from Monday on, because really that weekly was such a tell, how they couldn't close the weekly green, the previous weekly candle green. So let's get right to it. I want to just talk about flow, okay? Not the type of flow many traders will talk about. Not looking at the books flow, okay? We're going to get rid of the price here, and we're just going to look at just general flow of things, okay? We have basically a normal EMA system with kind of a long-term trend that would be the 200 EMA. Now, everyone on Twitter has been talking about the ups and overs of the 200 EMA. That's the orange one right here, and how we were closing below it and above it on Bitcoin. Very similar to this chop we saw back here, right? And we're going to talk about really the meaning of this. Okay, this is the 4-hour time frame, fam. Okay, this is the 4-hour time frame. And as you can see, when yellow and blue, yellow's above blue and blue's above orange, and they're very spaced out like this, we see right here, it's obviously a bull trend. Okay, we had some type of consolidation, kind of flatlined here. We closed below the 200 EMA for a while, right after the ETF approval on the 13th, 12th or 13th. And that was a nice correction. Okay, we're in a very similar situation, except when we came down here, and we moved above, we went flatline and it went bull. Okay, it went bull. You can see it right here. We kind of flatlined, dipped, and we went bull. We never even really rejected. So the retest right there, we can even say the retest right there wasn't bearish. All right. Because there you come up here, there was really no rejection. We went flat line and they just kept going. Okay, see how they did that? So the flow breaking out of 26K, flow up here was bullish. ETF announcement, again, correction. Retest was bullish. Okay, it wasn't a bearish retest because technically we didn't even, but come over here. Okay, everyone's talking about that damn 4-hour 200 EMA, and I think it's important to look in the grand schemes, kind of look at everything in retrospect. Okay, this is again the Bitcoin chart and just a simple flow. Okay, short, long, short, long, short. How have you been so accurate? I mean, simply the 4-hour crosses right here. You could have just taken these. Could have just taken this setup all day up here in this chop. But the most important thing is not only are we back under the 4-hour 200 EMA, they really failed to close the price action. Okay, not the price action, the 21 EMA and the 50 EMA. This trend, this bullish trend right here, they failed to close that over the 4-hour 200 EMA again, right? Back when we had the ETF announcement. All right. And we had a correction. We came back over here and we broke above, and then we just went sideways. We flagged out a little bit. Okay. We consolidated here before moving up. If you were in my Discord, you were paying attention on Twitter, I actually was bullish here. We made a little triangle pennant. Doesn't even matter. And we, broke up here. We kept the trend bullish right here. Okay. Here is a different situation. Now, I'm paying attention to this because I do think we're going to see a little bit lower, and it's not the end of the world. Now, where could we really see? I mean, it's if you look at the flow here, okay? Right? Look at the flow here. Right? It would make sense to come back down here and kind of retest this flag. There's a lot of open air over here, okay? Again, we're going to get rid of the drawings. A lot of open air over here. It would make sense to come down here and hit that 51, 53K. And this would be a great area. Yo, Sherbo, thank you for that follow. This would be a great area in general, just to kind of pick up where we left off, right? A lot of open space here. The general trend over here, reconsolidation, would make a lot of sense here. Now, bring out the candles, bring back all the drawings. We had this kind of fake breakout here. We failed to at resistance, and most charts. I mean, you just wake up. I mean, like why would you long here? Why would you? I look at this situation right here. Why would you long here? That would be fucking crazy to me. So alts, are we going to make a higher low here on the macro? Definitely could. For Solana, we're going to have to watch that. But for right now, I'm kind of looking down, fam. It doesn't look that great. And one of the reasons that I don't think it looks that great is go back over here to Bitcoin and let's look at the weekly. The weekly is going to say a lot, fam. All right. Now, again, we spent the whole weekend, all right? The weekly open last week was 65,748. 65,748, okay? We spent the whole weekend just floating right there. You guys remember how many times we pumped to 65.4? 65.4? The weekly open was 65,748. The bears protected that. The market makers protected that, okay? On purpose for a continuation down. Now look, we come up here the first Monday, literally, we made the highs on Monday, okay? Come up here in the new weekly candle after just consolidating and no one wants to pay attention or realize that, like, why didn't we close? Why didn't ask that question? Why didn't Bitcoin close green last week? We spent so much time on Saturday and Sunday at 65.4 dead cat bounce. That's why. Okay, it's a simple. It's as simply as asking yourself that. Okay, fam, you have to ask yourself these things because again, we're $300 away from the weekly open. From them making this nice, beautiful doji, they're about $700,000 away from a nice little green doji and sending it, but they did not. They protected it. Why? For time, fam. Time. Okay, because we need more time. Kind of work our way sideways. That way we can continue the normal cycle and bull run, fam. Because the cycle really isn't supposed to end till October of 2025, and we're a ways from that right now. If we keep moving up, we're not gonna cycle's gonna burn out quicker than you think. Now again, all right, we spent Monday, Tuesday, and we'll call it say half a Wednesday above the weekly open. All right, fam. We just lost the weekly open until they take this weekly open back and we move aggressively. Now the weekly open right now is 64,951. I would be looking down, and I wouldn't just be looking down. I'm thinking, okay, that we're gonna probably see some type of ugly looking candle here. Maybe over the weekend, maybe it happens before the weekend, but this is gonna get just from general. Man, I guess it's experience. You know, I wouldn't call this really a candle pattern, but like this hanging man. This is a perfect hanging man on the weekly, by the way. Hanging man coming down. Um, this one looks like it's gonna at least come down and fill out this wick. And it's gonna happen in the next 4 days. They would have to flip this weekly open green, hold it maybe for another day, bounce here, the volatility real quick, bounce here, make a move up, but I'm not seeing that, fam. I'm not seeing that aggressive move up, fam. So again, we got some consolidation, some pullback, and I would not call this either. Another thing is I would not call this a bull flag. All right, if you're calling this a bull flag, you're a fucking idiot. I gotta say it like that. Okay, look at the 5-day. All right, let's look at how the 5-day closed. Here's the 5-day. Okay, yeah, 5-day sell signal and volatility. That's pretty rough. I mean, let's pull up some other indicators here. Look at the Bollinger Bands. All right, midline. 39K is the lows there. Okay. So I'm going to look at some stochastic. Good one. Five-day. Yeah, they'll have to close it over. Yeah, look at this, fam. General flow of things. Just on the stochastic, I don't think there's a single big time frame that's bullish right here. Well, I guess the daily's bullish. Close below 63,102 to cross down. That could be the cross down. That would make a lot of sense here. Yep. So we're probably going to come down here. Just looking at stochastic right here, we're probably going to come down here, fully reset the daily. That would make a lot of sense. Scoop over. Tomorrow's going to be more downside, and then do some double bottom and probably break up. And that's, look, mid-May, end of May, early June, we start this bull run back up, fam. But I'm not on the bull side or the bear side. I simply just want to make money today, tomorrow, next day. I really don't care. I'm not going to tell you one way or another that hey, I'm bullish or you should be, we're going to be going to 80K because I'm more or less a day to day, week to week, month to month type of person, and I don't really have too crazy serious long term bull targets. And if that's what you're looking for, then you're definitely watching the wrong person. But in general, okay, come over here to the 5 day. All right, 5 day. See this resistance right here? Okay, it's actually a beautiful, beautiful. And we come back up here, retest maybe 64.8. Kind of flirt with that weekly open a little bit, and then come back down. But it definitely doesn't look that great from this standpoint, fam. Look at that 5 day. We barely closed it green. Barely closed it green. Let's see. I want to go talk about Soul. I actually love this spot for Soul. I don't think this is the worst setup in the world. I don't love this candle right here. This is a zero volatility candle. We have some bearish divergence here, 5 day bearish divergence. I'll tell you what, this isn't the worst setup in the world. It really isn't. I'm not bearish on Solana here. Okay, let's just put it that way. I'm not bearish on Solana. The fact that we could hold this, we have Sol Bitcoin looks like making a higher low. This looks really good, right? Higher low, higher highs. Keep that trend going. That's good for Solana and its breakout. Again, Solana, if you guys don't realize this, Solana is at the point, and we're holding the its overline. That we've been using this its overline and streams for the last 3 or 4 months, all the way back to here when Solana was here. So just so you guys know, the its overline is definitely an important pivot for this chart. But in general, fam, Solana's got the same narrative as Ethereum last bull run. Solana's going to be the biggest winner. Anything tied to Solana, Jupe. And why do I think that, fam? Well, this is why. This is the Sol Ether chart. And as you can see right here, it's tucked underneath resistance. We definitely got that Ethereum ETF narrative. But I think that we'll probably pull back here a little bit further. Let's see here. Solana will pull back against Ether. So Ethereum's going to, I think, outpace Solana in the next few weeks. Get close to, and this is the time when they're going to fuck around. When Bitcoin's going sideways, Bitcoin's choppy, this is the time they're going to be fucking around doing shit like this. But Ethereum will probably pump against Bitcoin and Solana up until the Ethereum ETF. And then all that money is going to flow into Solana. And I'm telling you, you can probably play it that way, fam. I'm not even lying. You could easily play it that way. I think once Bitcoin settles down, it's probably gonna settle down. I'm guessing Bitcoin's gonna settle down around 57, 58K. Let's see, is that what I got here? I think I do have that here. Yeah. All right, this is the chart for that. But I think eventually Bitcoin's gonna settle down in this zone. And we're going to see something like this fractal. All right. I know this is crazy talk. See, where are we? Yeah, that's good right there. Got to make our double bottom on like a daily. This is not, I don't count this as my double bottom. Come down here. Sweep. This is very important to me. And then we take off. May, June, July. That's definitely the Giga Chad plan, fam. No joke. And I'm macro. We got a bull run, fam. There's no doubt about it. I have no doubts in that. It's just about being patient, adding capital to spot, Could see a double bottom on some alts here. That would be great. You notice how clean the jupe chart looks? It was actual butte. Okay, golden pocket here. Retest on that dump. We'll probably go a little bit deeper though. This is not a normal. This is a very shallow golden pocket tap. Look how it tapped though the golden pocket perfectly. If you just use fibs alone from bottom to top of a jupe on that dump a couple Saturdays ago, you could have gotten a great entry. I mean, look at this move. It was probably like a 40% move up. Regardless, you could have got a great entry. But again, we're probably going to sweep each one of these wicks. I'm almost certain on it. You know, or get pretty close, and then we'll walk away up. But right now, I think it's gonna be continue to be chop time, and really until the Fed makes a better decision on the inflation problem. We have inflation, and is the Fed going to raise it? The sooner they raise it, the better. That's how I see it. They need to raise it another quarter, maybe half a point, leave it up there for a year, maybe two. Once we no, we have not swept that. We have not swept that. We haven't swept any of that. No, there has been no sweep. There's been no sweep. All right. Let's go here. Okay. Here's the definitely lost. Okay, you see this? There it is. They have this and this second wick right here is an absolute scam wick. I ain't falling for that shit. That's a scam wick right there. That ain't the normal setup. That ain't the normal setup. Look, I'm not gonna waste anyone's time. This is I would like to see us come down here. Chop down here for a bit. Head back up. Chop here for a bit. You know, something like that. And this could go, to be honest, this could go as low as, and we've talked about this could go as low as here. Something like that. But yeah, it's a range, and right now, as long as we're underneath that 67.5, I'm not going to be bullish. Even more so, I'm not going to be bullish under the weekly open. And I really think we're going to dump another. I think we're going to dump about 5K in the next couple days. We're going to dump. Bitcoin's going to dump 5K in the next couple days. Yes, it is. Tell Saf, there's nothing to talk about. Tell, I think Tell is doing fine. It's above the entry I started buying. It's going to come down here, sweep this. This is Tell right now, but you know, this is general support. May come back down in this channel. Tell's going to have its turn. Yeah, we'll see. The 53K, we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to take it one level at a time. Anyways, mad love, fam. Appreciate all you. I think any bounce today is a good short. I think we're going to go much lower. We're definitely going to fill in this uranium wick.